I think we're a company rather than a startup business. Now it's like, okay, what is the bigger picture? What's going to happen beyond branded bills?
Light years different. So now I have time to focus on innovating and making a better product.
The growth we've seen is humbling. It's insane. It's been a wild ride, but now we're improving people's lives. We're providing jobs. We personally, we get flexibility in our own lives.
And we realized that we needed to bring in people, really identify like what our strengths and weaknesses are, and then and figure out, okay, if we're going to take on this role and really focus on this, we need to bring someone in. And at first it seemed weird. We were hiring all these people, didn't know what the financial impact would have. And now looking back, it's like we've hired all of the right people for the right seats, and just seeing like the explosive growth. Not only that we're seeing like in revenue now, but we're really like set up to scale to the next level.
I think the organization of the existing chaos. So, just going in there, everybody was doing 10 different things and they weren't doing it well. So now being able to identify those things, even as we're like continuing to grow the business, and go like, okay, somebody's not able to achieve this position to the max capacity, let's get somebody in there, but we know what that role looks like.
Just a lack of structure mostly, and wearing too many hats and not excelling in one or two areas.
So I think a lot of it was our ability to manage all the different things that were going on in the business. We found out starting young, 4 of us, we can handle everything. We're going to do every aspect of the business. And then we started hiring people. You start managing personalities. You start, trying to multitask and micromanage a little bit, which we weren't good at. So I think a lot of aspects of the business that were growing faster than we could handle, we needed ways to manage our time and find ways to manage people. And we're really planning, managing people effectively and almost making our lives easier and being able to focus back on why we started the business.
I think the biggest thing was for us just profitability. We were growing, top line revenue was continuing to just scale at a crazy pace. But at the end of the day, we would sit down and we would say, okay, we had incredible sales. Where did all the money go? And when we got together and continued to talk about it, we didn't know where all the money went. And so, I think that was just the biggest one is why, if we're making more money on the top line, are we not seeing it on the bottom line? And that was, obviously a huge issue for us, as money drives the business, drives growth.
I think Colin brings a sense of urgency to what we need to do, and just vibes well with our dynamic. So we need a guy that's going to push us, but can still sit there and talk with us on a guy-to-guy level, So I think there's a lot of people out there, but may not be able to identify the issues and be willing to drive into it and, kind of like stir the pot a little bit and get those issues out in the open that everybody's ready to address it and feel comfortable doing it.
I would say it was his personality working with us, getting to know our business from the inside out, whereas a lot of other tools we tried to use, or it was just like a plan or some software, I felt like he got in and showed us how to do this, and then we saw the results way better because of that.
You kind of just walked in, made yourself present, told us about yourself. This is somebody we would hang out with, have a beer with, and then it changed our whole perspective. We automatically opened our mind to, whether it was constructive criticism, putting us on the spot. It's like the 4 of us could talk the same with you in the room or without you. So that to us was a change that, told us it was a great fit.
At first I think we were skeptical. We had our first meeting with Colin. It felt good, but we weren't really sure. As just kind of a core group, I think we have a mentality of like testing small and if something's working, going all in on it. And so I think that's what we decided to do at first, was just, let's set up one meeting with them. Let's have them come out. It's it's a little expensive or whatever we thought at the time, but let's test small. And so we did, and I think we were just so blown away by all of the value that was created in that first meeting that we're like, okay, let's do this one more time. And at this point, it's just become like a part of our culture and the way the business operates. And yeah, I mean, it's crazy that in 8 months, our business has completely transformed. I feel like we've been in this and operating this way for years.
Become a manager. I've learned how to, help people along the way, kind of let them know my experience and my thought process along, how we got here, but also value their time, value their experience, and value, them as a person, and, almost improve the way they do their own work. And the operating system has 100% taught me how to manage my time and manage people. Like, it's incredible. I never considered myself a manager, never wanted to be. Not my position. I don't like telling people what to do or holding people accountable. It's just kind of like, I'm a softie when it comes to that. But now, I see it's a benefit for both me and the employee. Never thought I'd get there, but it's pretty cool to see now. Like, it's crazy. Like, I love it. I absolutely do.
Our profitability, really, I mean, last year had a great revenue year, decent profitability. This year, with COVID and all of the struggles, we're gonna have a similar revenue year, maybe a little bit better, but our profitability is probably gonna be 10x.